So, I mean, I should say that the film started for me when I got a call from John Batzek, who said, would you be interested in doing a film about Boris? I think John still has the email. It was a long question email, and the response was back, you had me at Boris. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Boris. I watched him, you know, during his tennis playing days, and listened to his commentary on the BBC, and so I was hugely excited about it. But as a filmmaker, also, the great thing that Boris, the talent that Boris has, as opposed to many great athletes, is his ability as a storyteller. And so his ability, not only my opportunity to tell the story, but his ability as a storyteller to tell his own story, that was hugely exciting to me.
I'm the last person to complain about my life. You know, I'm 55 years old, and I'm very proud of the things that I've done. Did I make mistakes? Of course I did. Everybody should raise their hand if they haven't done their own mistakes. In my case, it's just reported to the world. That's the difference between the mistakes. Look, it's very, very difficult to win Wimbledon at 17. You got to be a little bit crazy, you know, borderline, crossing the line, doing things that nobody has done before in order to achieve something that nobody has achieved before. It's, you know, you expect these you know, world champions in whatever sport they are to be like everybody else. Well, we're different. Otherwise, we wouldn't be better than other, in my case, thousands of other tennis players. So to have that mindset and live a normal lifestyle is almost impossible, because you always, you know, in my heart of hearts, I am a tennis player, and when the going gets tough, I usually get better. I'm not afraid of a tiebreak. I'm not afraid of a final, but in real life, that's a problem sometimes. So it took me a little bit to understand it, to mature, and to start to control my life, which I have done. It's just that some of the things that went wrong, you know, years ago, I've paid a heavy price for it, but you know, today I'm a bit better for it. I'm a bit, hopefully, smarter. I'm a bit more humble, maybe, than I used to be, because once I have a tennis racket in my hand and a tennis ball, I don't need anybody.
That the other can also understand. Boris, now you're also a movie star. Are you a cineast?
That's a very good question, and I try to be as honest as I can. You know, everything we do, everybody in the room, everything we decide really starts with your mindset, your attitude. When we get up in the morning, we all have a plan of how today would hopefully look like. In most cases, it doesn't go after plan. Usually something happens. And in a way, my life as a tennis player has prepared me for my time in jail. Because, you know, the only thing that saves you on a tennis court in a Wimbledon final is your mind, because you're afraid, you respect your opponent, you don't know the umpire, you don't know how the match is going to be, and your life in jail is very, very similar to that. You never know what's going to be around the corner tomorrow. So it helped me in a way to prepare for my life after tennis, because, you know, I've been 17 years a tennis professional, but I stopped when I was 32 years old. Now I'm, you know, 22, 23 year a citizen of the world, and my tennis life, you know, the wins and the losses have prepared me for my life after. And yes, it's been ups, it has some downs, but, you know, overall I'm still sitting here, and I'm okay. Yeah.
From your career, but also I think like one of the topics could be, or was, that you got trouble, you know, with the tax and the jail and that thing, and you mentioned it shortly in the movie.
Look, I was trying to be as honest as I can when Alex asked me the questions, and you know, life as a you know, tennis winning machine, it's a lot harder than it looks. We travel every week to another city, another, you know, country, another continent, and then we have to function. And every player has a different way of dealing with these expectations, these pressures, and always trying to win. Because if I don't win, especially the Germans crucify me. So my responsibility was always trying to win as much as I can. Can you sleep all the time? No. Are there ways to fall asleep? The wrong and the right way? Yes. And in hindsight, my wrong decision at the time was taking sleeping pills. Yes. And when Alex asked me, and I'm not going to lie to him. So, is that something common among athletes? Without spelling a secret, I think so. Some do even worse than that. Some sleep like a baby. I wasn't part of that. So this film is very authentic and very real, and I'm never claimed to be always the perfect winning machine. And I had some weaknesses, and I had some dark moments as well. And I think the film shows that.